Um, and probably one of the most, I don't want to say in your face, but direct posts that I'll put up. And the reason why is because I want to save you some trouble. I want to save you some suffering. I want to save you the pain that will endure if you keep on in the cycle that you're in. Some of you are not in this cycle, but some of you are. In this cycle, you're in a rough patch in your marriage. Now, I've been married for 18 years, and I am not an expert by any means. I am still learning every day what it means to be married, what it means to sacrifice, what it means to die to yourself. I mean, seriously, marriage is hard work all the time, every day. But we got married when we were 23, and we had a lot of water under the bridge when we were younger. And so I wanted to just share with you something that I've learned, and I see this cycle over and over again. And if you're going through this, the most important thing that I want you to learn right now is that you are not the only one. I guarantee you, every time I put up something about marriage or attitude towards husbands, I wish that I could tell you how many messages, how many chats I get, how many people talk to me and they say, you know what, that's me. But they think that they're the only one. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Zoda. So I just want to encourage you this morning that you are not the only one. If you're going through a rough patch in your marriage, you're having a hard time, you are not alone. That there are other people who are also going through that. And so you don't have to feel like you're the only one going through it. But what I put is love and respect, the chicken or the egg, which comes first? Respect. That's the thing that men want. That's the thing that drives them and makes them men, makes them able to be the men of the household, makes them able to be good husbands, makes them able to be good leaders. Women want love. That's a different thing than respect. Love, they want to be cherished. They want to be like just loved and enjoy. Oh, shoot, my connection's weak. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. So what happens when neither one is getting either one of those? So what happens when he's not getting respect and you're not getting love and you're on the opposite ends of the spectrum and all we're doing is going around this cycle, okay? Yes? Hi, I've got a visitor. Okay, so all we're doing is going around this cycle and you're not respecting him, so he doesn't love you. You're not respecting him, so he doesn't love you. It's how it goes. So you can't even come up with enough respect to respect him because you're like, he doesn't deserve my respect. And then because of that, he doesn't feel like even validated as a man. And so he isn't able to reciprocate that love to you, to cherish you, to protect you, to let you be the creature that you are. And so he is a jerk to you in turn. And then you're like, hey, I don't respect you because you're a jerk. It happens all the time. So here's the question. Who is going to break the cycle? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be him? Is it going to be somebody else? One of you has got to be strong enough to say, you know what, I am going to break this cycle. Because if nobody breaks the cycle, guess what? You just keep going around in a circle and you will never get out of it. You keep repeating the same behaviors and you will never get out of it. And that is not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your kids. It's not healthy for the environment. The people around you are suffering. If you are going through that, the people around you, I guarantee you, feel the tension. They feel it. And they're suffering because of it. So one of you has got to be strong enough to break it. Now, I know that it does not feel good. Hey, Heidi and Tracy. I know it doesn't feel good to sacrifice. It does not feel good. But that is part of marriage, is dying to yourself. So ladies, just a tip. The next time that he wants to do something and you don't think that's the best way to do it, guess what? Let him lead. Give up your own self so that he can make a decision and feel like you support him in that decision. If you can't find anything else good about him, then you tell him, I am so grateful that you go to work every day and that you provide for our family, and I am grateful for XYZ. Thank you for taking out the trash. Hey, Heidi's my birthday twin, you guys. So anyway, find something that you respect about him, and I promise you, as you start to raise that level of respect, even though you don't feel like it inside, As you begin to raise that level of respect, he will begin to raise up to the level that you want him to be. And I get it. I used to be in that position where I was like, I don't think he can be the leader of our home. I don't think he doesn't deserve my respect. I get it. I've been there. But you have to make the choice. Somebody has to make the choice. And if it's not going to be him, then it has to be you. Men, let's talk about you guys. If you don't feel like you love your spouse, guess what? Love is not a feeling, it's a choice. So you need to go back in, you need to honor your spouse, you need to honor your wife, you need to love your wife, hey Jen, and take the time to cherish her. To say, hey Damien, take the time to cherish your wife and tell her that you love her. It is not a feeling, it's a choice, and you choose every day what you're going to do with that. You choose every day. Am I going to love today? Am I going to respect today? It's like the chicken or the egg. There is no perfect beginning. You have to sacrifice in order to make this work. And one of you has to be strong enough to do that. So who is it going to be? It can be you. It can be you. You're smart enough. You're strong enough. It takes more strength to stop the cycle than it does to keep going. You are strong and you can do it. The main key is to remember about dying to self. Okay, and no, it's really hard. It's really hard. But if you want to have a long-lasting marriage, it doesn't mean that you put who you are on the shelf. What it means is that you are taking the back seat to say, like, I want to do all of these things. And your spouse is like, oh man, I'm so tired, I need to rest. Guess what? You say, okay, then we're going to rest. And you give them that place where they can rest it, they can be themselves. You really want a snow cone or shaved ice. It doesn't happen. Guess what? You don't throw a fit about it because they're tired and they can't go get it with you right now. You're not going to throw a fit about it. You just say, okay, I'm dying to myself. That is how marriage works. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Ashley. So anyway, the chicken and the egg, it's time to stop the cycle by either respecting him or loving her. And once you start that, it's just like, I always use this analogy of confetti in a bottle. Like you have this empty water bottle and it's confetti in it. And guess what happens when you pour that water in? The confetti rises to the top. It doesn't stay on the bottom. It rises to the top. So they're that vessel. Picture this. You begin to pouring that love and pouring that respect into them, and the great things are going to come to the top. People will often rise up to the things that you expect of them. And it takes time, guys. It takes time. Like, it takes time to build trust. But stop assuming the worst about them. Stop assuming that their motives are terrible. Stop assuming they're trying to manipulate you. Give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes, even when you don't feel like it. And you're putting yourself on the line. That is the bravest thing that you can do right now, is to put yourself on the line, to die to yourself, and to give that where it's not due, give honor where it's not due, and give love where you don't feel like giving it. That is going to help save your marriage, I hope. Now, the thing is, I don't want you guys to stay in any kind of abusive relationships, anything like that. No, don't stay in that. I'm not saying that. But I am saying in a relationship where you're in a cycle of fighting and hating and bitterness and all that, one of you has to make the choice, and you are brave enough to do it. You're strong enough. You can do it. So, and you can have a great marriage. And, you know, like when I look at ours, like 18 years later, it's totally different than when we started. And thank God it is. It's made all the difference in the world. And you don't know how many times Damien dies to himself a day for me, how many times I die to myself for him. And sometimes we don't, and then we get in fights. But anyway, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to say today. I just want you to know we're for you. We are for your marriage. You guys can work this out. Just work together. But you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. And it's going to hurt. It's going to be painful a little bit. But the joy will be with it in the end, okay? All right, I love you all. And I will see you next time. And have a blessed day. I'm just going to be praying peace for your marriage and blessing on it. And just be strengthened. And don't tag the person you're talking about with this in the video, okay? All right, love you guys. Bye.